Hi all, welcome to another chess24 Banter Blitz. Before we start, let's have a look at the discount code, the voucher code Kingscrusher, Kings plural. You get 15% off if you use this voucher code of a chess24 premium membership, and that will let you play against any streamers you want, week in, week out. You just send your challenge off 20 to 30 minutes before a stream starts and you'll be on our challenge queue. So let's go to the challenge queue page and pick off the first challenge. So, hi, good morning, Bojev Chess Lab. Let's make sure this is okay over there. And I'll start with E4, I think, today. Hope audio and visual is okay. Please let me know on the comments. I'll try Smith-Morrow Gambit. So, yeah, I think this is sound enough for 5-minute chess, at least. And also, Esserman drew with Vichy Anand in Gibraltar with the Smith-Morrow Gambit. In one of the previous editions, he didn't use his own gambit, and well, not his own gambit, but he had a horrible game in the Sicilian against someone in a previous edition. But against Vichy, he did bring it out and drew. So even in long games, and that's with Gibraltar is usually, you know, big increment per move as well. So even the soundness on a long scale game it seems to be okay. This seems a bit weakening over here. I'm going to try and weaken this pawn chain further. Yeah, this seems as though I can get my queen over to h5. Actually, the knight is on e7, not f6. So that kind of implies this is more sensitive than usual. The light square is a bit more sensitive than usual. Perhaps. Mind you, I have just opened up that c8 bishop with this move. Was that wise? Little downside there. Right. Okay, I can take care. Maybe. Put the bishop here. I guess f5 is a concern. Maybe hg, and if f4, bishop h4, and knight g6. Intriguing. I think if I take this off, then hg, or hg immediately, this f file could be handy. Or bishop e5. Fascinating. hg, knight g3, fg. What would happen there? There's a check. There's a king h2. Don't know. Bishop e5 might be interesting. Oh, okay. I'm going to go with this. I'm not really convinced. I'm not convinced that this is good for me necessarily. Maybe knight h2 for queen h5. With the queen there, I think I'm a bit happier with the queen there. Okay, you can come to the h file. There's rook h8 on the way, but this, hang on, there's no rook h8, rook f7, or is there? No, then queen g6. So I'm threatening queen h7 here. No, I think this has worked out well. Queen h7. Alright, okay. I got a bit lucky there. I wasn't really convinced about what I was doing. There seemed to be downsides staring at me for whatever I was doing there. But overall, okay. The light squares seem weakened. When you put, g5, the light squares are a bit weakened. Okay. Christo Kegels. Alright, this looks pretty standard stuff. I do this. Disturb the equilibrium. Disturb it slightly. It seems to me that this is quite interesting for a moment. King f8, knight f5. Oh no, this knight is going to be big trouble. Rook b8, knight f5. There's knight c5 all the time. bc, bishop c6. Bishop b7 at some point. Hang on, there's knight g5 to e6 as well, if the bishop was there. What about trying to weaken these dark squares a bit? Oh, bishop e5, queen c7. That would hold c6. There's knight g6 coming, incoming. Not yet. Not yet, I hope. There's knight g6 at the moment, but maybe king g7 is an idea. And bishop b7, king g7, bishop b7. There'll still be knight g5, knight e6 check coming in to fork my king and queen, even if my king was on g7, like around about here. Gotta be careful about that. What about queen d6? Queen d6 covers against that sort of thing, I hope. I'm checking rook e5 now. Queen e5, knight g6, knight g6. Queen c6. I mean, maybe that's... Oh, maybe that's dangerous. Because there's queen c6 after. What if I could play bishop d7? Just another move, bishop d7, king g7. Yeah, rook e5, knight e5, queen a8, queen e5, knight g6. What am I talking about? Yeah, no, yeah, there's knight g6, that takes the defender away. Queen c6. How dangerous is that? I'd really ideally like bishop d7. Okay, bishop d7 and maybe... to connect the rooks, we're losing the rook to the queen, connecting the rooks. Hello, hello. Rook e5, knight e5 without queen a8. What can I do about this? Knights. It's on f7. Can I play f6? Knight e7, knight e7. f6. There's knight e4. Is that? No, queen d5. Knight e7, knight e7. Knight e4, queen e6. think for bishop c6 later, knight e7 might be interesting. So in other words, knight e4, queen e6, this g5 is dangerous. No, g5 might be dangerous. Hold on. What about queen c6? So g5, f5, knight moves, queen takes, bishop takes. I feel the pressure there. After I feel the pressure. I don't like the pressure. I don't like the pressure. Okay. Knight e4, queen c6, g5. Oh boy. Didn't see that. I can't take that. That's not good. If I take that, queen f7, that's the end of the game. Can I take this now? Maybe knight c6 is possible. After bishop g5, knight c6 holds for a moment, doesn't it? Okay, I haven't been checkmated yet. Well, I think I've been lucky here a bit so far. I thought, yeah, I think that was a winning tactic. I just like sidestep. That's all I can do is sidestep a winning tactic. Hope for the best. Okay. Yeah, let's have a quick look at that. That did seem to be the end of the game for me. Well, if I'd taken it. Well, I shouldn't apparently go to +9. Apparently, I need to play this. That's needed, apparently. Yeah, I've just taken my eye off e5 here. So, bang, rook takes e5. Is +10. I played this. Now there's only one concern, that knight e4 I could take here. I thought rook e6. I also thought knight e6 was good. These are both good, but the piece was given back to me here. But even so, this is still winning for white. And this is just not using the advantage of my king safety. I think bishop f4 might be more to the point. After that, I start coming back. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Battery Bob. Yeah. Battery Bob. Hi, Battery Bob. Battery Bob's going to castle, isn't he? I'm going to play h5, aren't I? I'm not going to be able to resist. No, he's not castling. Okay. The engines are not wrong, Peter. The engines are not wrong. It's just in blitz against another human. You might have a chance, not against an engine, unless they overheat, unless their graphics cards are stalling, and they happen to be a neural network. Then you've got a chance. Yeah, that's a little joke, by the way, about Leela Chess. I don't know if you, yeah, a little joke there. Once graphics cards go to 86 degrees, apparently they start throttling. Yeah, and the result is instant moves played in opening against 3,200 engines, and it's not very nice when that happens. Can I play c5? Try and blunt this bishop. So it's not just humans that overheat, apparently. Yeah. Isn't there knight e4 for d3? If I had, especially here, takes knight e4, d3. Let's have a look at f5. Maybe bishop e4 is more to the point. d3. I don't know if any of you followed the TSAC 13. Did any of you follow TSAC 13? It was like really addictive to watch for me. Leela won Division 14 and came second equal in the event in Division 3. So won Division 4, only just avoided promotion, but 3/4 of the games, dodgy graphics cards, not 100%. Someone lowers the voltage as a solution to avoid this throttling. I've been following that event with great interest, more than any over-the-board event recently. So let's see. If I play d5, and c5, and b6, and I lose a6. Alright. Is it worth playing anyway? No. Maybe. I don't know. No. Because I think bishop b2, I don't want this c5 to... Yeah, okay. Let's just do the... I don't know. Double the rooks? It's difficult to find a plan. Okay. Maybe I'll double the rooks. I think Mamedyarov is one of the most exciting players at the moment to watch. Obviously, he's winning more than the others, so that makes him more exciting by definition, I guess. Right. This means that I can play rook e2 check, doesn't it? One day. Alright, c5 is going to happen. Hang on, that knight's pinned now. Hold on a sec. This knight's pinned now. Just hit this pawn chain. Oh no. I've just said what I didn't want to happen has happened. Everything that I didn't want to happen has just happened. That's just great. What about d4 for queen d5? Or knight d5 for knight e3? Queen d5. Queen d5, knight h5. That looks interesting. Alright, queen d5 here looks like a powerful central queen. Now what? Torture, rook e3 for knight h5, for knight g3, knight g3, rook e1. Lateral pressure being exerted. Knight h5. There is c6 to be concerned about. Yeah. Okay. Is there any plan? Any plan of any decent plan? Maybe this does something. H4. H4. G4. This pawn's dangerous. Okay. I've got to do something about this pawn. I can take on g3 first though. Yeah. If I play queen d7, remember? It's not very convincing. Alright, back to base, I think. Back to base. Stop rook b8. It's not convincing. I have to question my psychology though as well. Defensive psychology at the moment as well. Is there any counter-attack possibilities? This pawn can be a distraction. G6, king g7 for rook h8 maybe. Okay. Oh. Tough game. That c-pawn was dangerous. Well played. That was a really dangerous c-pawn in the end. I'll try Vienna game. Sometimes, okay, maybe not f4 there. And d3 in castles. Or knight d5 for a moment, just waiting. Let's wait for a moment. I think it's a reasonable waiting move. If I castle, I can imagine there might be some hack attack. Or there might not be. King h2. If I had to defend h3, there might be h5. It might be scary. Here I can provoke. Well, 95 is not possible. Getting the light square bishop would be a major coup. I could use that h3 to c8 diagonal. Surely. Maybe c4 is even viable here. I'm not sure about doubling the pawns. Don't want to give too much dynamic play. The bishop, like dark square bishop, could be. We'll just parry this bishop instead. I'm just going to remove my opponent's dynamic play rather than inflict structural damage. I think inflicting structural damage has a downside of creating piece activity, which is not very good usually for blitz chess. Piece activity to handle, it's more difficult to defend in blitz. So I'd rather. Oh, that's a free piece, isn't it? Yes. If castle's h4 for bishop h3, might have 5 coming up. Maybe e4 here. And double the rooks. I'm not usually the one playing a piece up. This is new. This is a brand new experience for me. It's good to have new experiences, isn't it? Every day. Variety is the spice of life. I'm a piece up. Hooray. h4, bishop h3. Play it anyway. I'll take this diagonal. Knight f5 on queen e7. Protects h4. Still, the knight could be nudged, so maybe queen g3 holding h4. Knight's nudged, knight e3. So knight e3 on g6. g5, maybe h5. Don't need to be greedy. It just needs to close down activity. Use the F file, close down activities, close down counterplay. I'm tempted by knight takes. Oh no, that shouldn't be, because queen takes, queen h5. Shouldn't be tempted by knight takes. Right, just the knight's good on f5 and just start play over here. Just open up lines over here. Just keep this locked down, closed, off, free, frozen over here, open things over here. I want to be my own film director. I want to just open up shots over here, film shots over here. c5, speed up things over here. Queen e3, c5. No need to win material. When you take pawns, you're inviting activity, sometimes piece activity. No need to keep that knight there, it's very nice. And just open up with c5 over here. Or b takes, either threaten c5 or b takes, maybe double rooks and then b takes. Queen d1 next. And d4, there's a bit of activity with the e5 square. I don't want a knight on e5. Treble. The rook seems awkward to defend. There's knight a8. Yeah, I could use knight e7, but I like the knight on f5. Okay, I have to, I guess. Check. Nope. Knight c6. I'll play rook c7. I just want to avoid a perpetual check. But there's rook c7. Actually, that's not convincing, is it? Okay, anyway, thanks. Yeah. So it's not just me that blunders occasionally. Okay, thanks. Torture by London system, is it? Torture by London system set up. Okay. Oh no. And this gives me a bit of dynamic play, I think. Well, you know, I hope there's a bit of dynamic play here. There isn't this rock solid granite to the bishop here. In fact, okay. Maybe knight h5. Yeah, for bishop c3, in fact. Yeah, my intuition was telling me something just here. It was telling me something. Something was up. Actually, knight f4 might be nice. Just to get that d4 square. Knight takes f4. And take the rook, maybe. Take the knight. Put the bishop back. Fork. Take. Take. Bring the rook in, I think, to b2. Well, thanks for the game, Fox Riddle. Okay. Shelling forward. If takes bishop d8. Right here, maybe knight d4. c6. End up losing the material. Queen b5. Takes, rook c7, queen b2. Bishop e7, rook e8, 94 ed, rook c7, queen b2. Maybe. Rook c7, knight e2. Maybe. The knight goes back after. Try and look at little details of the position here, especially against Schelling. I have to work harder on the finesses, I think. c7, queen b2. Bishop g4. Bit of pressure there with bishop g4. This might actually be okay. No, c7 looks as though there's bishop e5. I think maybe f3, bishop f5, he just takes on c7. And there's d3 for queen b6 check to win the rook. d3. Maybe, if I can provoke f3, it doesn't seem good in principle. d3 and queen b6. d3. Queen b6. Little finesse. Rook e1, queen b6. King moves, d takes. Rook e1. Rook e8. There is queen d5 here. F4, queen d6. Let's have a look at rook d1, bishop c6, queen d3. Oh, I'm hitting the bishop. Hold on. I'm hitting the bishop. Rook c2 plan. That's check. Bishop c6 check. Queen c2 takes, queening. Loose piece. Forcing move. Loose piece. Anything stronger? F6. Bishop b2, avoid the connected passed pawns. Avoid connected passed pawns at all costs. Oh, maybe. Check, check, check. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, he usually dominates me. Very dangerous opponent. Very happy with that. Have I just dreamt this? Am I still dreaming in bed? Am I in bed, or is this? I am awake. Hang on a sec. I think this is not a dream. Hold on a sec. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. It's like the finesses is like you're making a court case. If you're playing against a really expert lawyer or whatever. No, I haven't been a lawyer. I'm just saying, I think Kasparov once said, if you're making an argument on the chessboard, you've got to take, the grandmasters have to take the finesses of the position to win their arguments. Every last finesse of the position to win the argument. But it's a lot of effort to do that all the time. So yeah, I think I'm lazy a lot of the time. Okay, so bishop c4. But anyway, that's another thing. Okay, anyway. So the imbalance is out of the opening. What you get out of the opening, your trump cards versus the opponent trumps cards. If it's an imbalanced opening, both of those trump cards can win. So it's who can prove the case of their trump cards. How do you do that? So if you read Kasparov's, he did a really philosophical book, How Chess Imitates Life. Was it How Life Imitates Chess? I don't know which way around. I should know which way around. It's important. But if you read that book by Kasparov, there's really interesting stuff in there. But he does talk about just three main factors which are common to business and chess. I think time, material, and quality. So you can sometimes trade off quality by sacrificing like R&D investment in businesses. You trade off material to gain time. Okay, yeah. So that he considers like chess and business to be kind of a parallel as well. Has anyone got that book by Kasparov? How chess imitates life, or how life imitates chess? I thought it was really good myself. It's not really supposed to be for chess players, I guess, but it forced him to abstract away from chess what elements might be useful for business. But there's always tons of uncertainty in the real world. On the chess, we've got the perfect information, comfort of perfect information. So in business, obviously, we haven't. So it's very limited, these metaphors, because of that. Perfect information game. Such perfect information, a neural network entity can just learn hundreds of years of experience just by playing itself. And there I was thinking, playing yourself is a way of going insane, playing yourself at chess. But apparently Fischer might have played himself before being introduced to the chess club. Okay. Which is just weird, isn't it? I don't know how one would play... Okay, anyway. How one would play oneself without hiding the plans. I don't think. But anyway, it doesn't matter with the neural network. It can play itself millions of times. So let's see here. What is going on? F5 is how life imitates chess. All right, thank you, Perpetual Star, So F5 is threatened to block the protection of the bishop. F5, is that actually a threat that needs to be dealt with? Threat, T-H-R-E-A-T, not F-R-E-T. Okay. I had trouble. I don't know what happened with my TH pronunciation. Mate, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I'm afraid something happened. And it's led to the fawn pawn, F-A-W-N, when I'm trying to say T-H-O-R-N. I admit, something happened. I don't know. I don't remember being backward totally. I think I was always good at chess in primary school. I don't remember being backward necessarily. I was good at computers as well. Something happens to my pronunciation skills. I wasn't corrected. That's why I don't try and say threats too much, but they're important to take account of on every move, the threats. Okay, so let's see, E5. What? Hold on. Why is E5 looking so good? It's a pinned pawn. Hang on. What is going on here? I can't find anything convincing. I've got the luxury of extra clock time to find some deep, dark downside of my opponent's position. The luxury of this extra time. Is there anything? Actually, F5. There's bishop F5. For that pin. I can't even trap the bishop with rook G3. That's really annoying. The check, pointless. It weakens D6, I suppose, or the bishop D7. Nothing really convincing. So the onus is just to play a practical, reasonable move. Is it? Ugh. I'm afraid this is pointless. Empty move, King B1. Okay. Maybe the bishop can be improved slightly. Yeah. I think I was also trying to learn Greek as well, and it confused the heck out of me. Apparently, my grandmother had to stop speaking to me in Greek. It was getting a bit of a problem. But anyway, let's not go there too much. Okay. Let's not go there. Can I not just win this pawn like greedy win of a pawn in the absence of anything else to do? It does damage the opponent's pawn structure significantly, taking out this pawn actually. So even though I appear to have done nothing creative, it still seems to be a good position. Okay. So I'm undoubling these pawns now, am I? For free? No, I'm keep doubled. Rook e7, rook on the 7th for free for knight f6, mating with rook h7. So knight f6, doesn't that mate here? With rook h7. Thanks for the game, the mechanic. Okay, Kasparov student. Yeah, I felt I was a Kasparov student on the YouTube channel. I tried to systematically go through all of Kasparov tournaments on my YouTube channel. Linares was a big one, I think. Linares. Whilst Karpov was dominating, was it Tilburg? No, it was Karpov dominating Tilburg. Have I got that wrong? And they both ended up being chess fonts in celebration of two of the most amazing chess series of tournaments ever. Tilburg and Linares. But yeah, trying to go for a lot of Kasparov games at Linares, I believe. So that was me being a Kasparov student. What I don't know. There's some weird stuff I did years back in chess. I just played through basically unannotated Kasparov games, hoping for some magic to happen. And nowadays we have the luxury of annotated games on YouTube, of course. But I think I was hoping for something which maybe was not really happening with unannotated games. I guess that's why one has to spend money to find annotated games, generally, except for YouTube. So let's see, knight h5 or queen h5 or d4. I don't like d4, you know. In a way, I don't like d4. It sort of feels a bit weakening, but maybe it's justified. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I can feel my center collapsing already, touching the d pawn. Knight h5. What about this g file for a moment? Just do something with this g file. Rook g1. Rook g1. Okay, so bishop f1. Now that I mentioned my grandmother, all I can think of is koftedas, actually. To be honest, I know I shouldn't say this. There were these fantastic meatballs, right? Try and find the Greek Cypriot recipe for meatballs, koftedas. I mean, seriously, quite amazing. Although it's probably very fattening. I've just allowed knight f3, haven't I? Yeah, knight f3. I've just gone into knight f3. Ah! Okay, I should try and wake up now. Bishop e2, bishop e3. Bishop e2, bishop e3, b4, knight d5. What about again trying for this g-file? King, what about king h2? d5 is going to happen. d5 is going to happen. I have to support e4, I think. Bishop d2, rook g1. Bishop d2, rook g1. If I can get bishop d2 and rook g1 in, I'll feel a lot safer here. Somehow. Will I? Well, there's queen f2 possibility. If my queen wasn't covering f2, I'd feel safer with a rook on g2. Right. There's going to be pressure, isn't there? Maybe knight e4. Maybe I can suppress the pressure. e4, yeah. My e4 is going to be targeted like crazy. I suppose. That's life. c5. How about knight? Oh no, not knight d5. Queen f3. Queen f3. How about bishop c3 or h4? This g-file must be worth something at some point. Bishop c3 and then h4. h4 straight off the bat. Hold on a sec. Because there might be knight h5. If bishop g5, bishop g5. I thought the pressure on e4 would be increased immediately. Alright. There's knight h3 here. Hold on. To stop queen f2. Threatening bishop h6. Bishop g5 is less tempting now. Bishop c3 is tempting. No, there isn't bishop h6, queen h6. But bishop c3, or bishop f4 here. Queen g4 coming up. Queen g4. Queen e4, queen g7. Threatening maybe bishop h6 as well. So I'm threatening mate, but also bishop h6, queen e4. How about knight f2? Bishop b2. Can't have the cake and eat it here. I'll try this. Offer b2 for h6. Nope. Well, at least b2 lives another day. c3. Rook g2 against rook d2. Oh. Okay. f6. Is f6 anything at all? e6 maybe. Knight e4, rook g2 is check. If the king was on h3, that wouldn't be check. King h3, weird move. King h3 unpins. So I'm getting stuffed here, aren't I? Is there knight d1? No, I'm getting stuffed at the moment. Okay, great. Bishop h4. That's nice. Ah, I'm totally pinned now. Can't move anything. Queen f5. There's rook h6 coming as well. Not good. Ah. 20 seconds though. Ten. 7. I don't think he's going to make it. No. I lost the exchange talking about keftedes. So there's a lesson there. Don't talk about meatballs. Don't go back in time during a game. Try and stay on the position. Okay. All right. No, well played. Okay. Let's try and stay on the position. It's helpful to think about the chess position. Otherwise you end up losing exchange. It's pretty miserable after that. Trap alert. Knight d6. It's still a reasonable position, so that's why I like playing this sometimes. g4, bishop g2. Knight e5 and f4. Knight e5 and f4. That's why it is a trap, but you can get good position, I believe, from this in any case. f5. D takes. There's always going to be a bishop d3, or is there? If I took, I'm asking in principle for bishop d3, but in practice, knight b6, f5. Yeah. f5. f5 looks too tempting to pass up at the moment. Kick this. e3 and bishop e3. Knight e7 is f6. f6. Try and damage this pawn chain over here. F takes. Bishop e3, hitting the queen. e5 is vulnerable. Maybe bishop d4. Rook d8, bishop c3. King h1 to unpin. Rook f6. double the rooks. Double the rooks here. Rook f6. Or keep the bishop. Do I want to keep that bishop? Maybe I do. What is the bishop doing? It's what is the knight doing is the other question. If I went in for rook f6 and rook f1, rook a f1, alright, the knight might be a tactical target to queen f2. It's a liability target to queen f2, for example. So rook f6, queen f2, treble on f7. That's a shame. Alright, take the exchange. Queen f6. Rook f2. Don't really want queens off. Although it might be the right thing to do. Alright, it might be the right thing to do. Bishop f1. Try and double here. Oh no, what have I done? There isn't. Oh, check out. I'm going to keep d3 under control. Can I finally double? It seems to be very difficult to double in this game. Okay, if I get this as remove it as oh no. Takes check rook f3. It's ending. This ending offers nothing, I suppose. d3. I end up losing a pawn for nothing. Can I do something with these pawns over here? b5? That's not going to help, is it? Is anything going to help? a5? Does that help? c5? a5. Hang on. AB. Bishop d4 is a move. Bishop d4. So let's check. Take here. Rook a3. Might have to drop e5. Oh, no, that was a mistake, I think. Oh, there's rook d8. Alright, there's bishop d6. Hang on, okay. Maybe bishop d6. Incoming bishop d6. There's a 2-1 over here. Oh, thanks for the game. Okay, maybe I'm slightly worse there. Cobra. Maybe G6. Provoke. D5. Provoke. If I played CD, bishop f5, knight c3, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? If I played h5 for knight h6, I mean that's a better proposition, knight h6 to f5. Knight g4. C4, is that anything? I'm sorry, I'm streaming. Can you get the door, please? If you want a bit of silly trivia, okay. So, my brother used to call me Tripod instead of Trifon. I started calling him Nick Pod in return, so we just call each other Pod for short now. Bit of trivia there. In case you're wondering why I'm being called Pod, it stems from tripod. Okay. I know, I'm giving you all these useless bits of information during this stream for some reason. Okay. Everything you wanted to know, and I'm telling you anyway, even if you didn't. Okay. Better than the monopod, A-Blink. Better than the monopod. I can't believe people use those the stunts, isn't it, to use a monocycle, isn't it? Well, clearly. I mean, no, let's not go there. Sorry, I got to get back to this board position somehow. Can I get back to this board position? Can I? This is not ideal. I gotta say, this position isn't ideal. What about Rook A7? Just as a defensive measure for infiltrating rooks. No. What? No what? No what? I don't know. The position This one's difficult. Bishop a6 doesn't seem to do anything. b4 seems a bit unsound. F takes seems to be just positioning horrible. Nothing much I can do at the moment. Oh God, what a move. I don't know. Maybe b4's got something going for it. Alright, now I'm given an opportunity here for bishop f5. Bishop d3 maybe. To disrupt the rooks. And this is an exchange sack here. Maybe there is. Would I rather have e6 than ef? If I encourage e6, because it looks good, I think it blunts my opponent's lateral pressure with rook e7, which could be winning in conjunction with queen h6. So I'd rather have this pawn stuck in the throat, I think. F takes, there's check, queen e5. Can I do something with the rooks again? Just for a moment. Try and do something with these. There's knight g5. Hang on. There's knight g5. Takes check, queen f6, queen d5. Oh, bishop f5, just shielding for a moment this whole f file. Just shield the f file for a moment against the wrath of knight g5. Queen f6. Oh no, not queen f6. No, I can't play queen f6. I don't want to drop d5. Of course, there's knight f3 to g5. What about e6? Knight g5. What about queen d6? Knight f3, queen d6. I've just noticed the rook's hanging to check. I've just noticed a tiny little detail about the position. So that is another bonus of queen d6 to stop losing a rook immediately. Apart from that, that was great. That was wonderful. That's wonderful, this game. Wonderful experience. Go away. Let's have the exchange of queens. Whoa! But you outplayed me. I was creaking. I was really creaking. As queen b8 shows, I think it was just better for white. That was just one symptom of bad position. So here, there's probably a way of... Oh, the rooks protect each other here, right. But here, queen b8 was a shot, winning the rook. What else to discover here about what was played? So in the game we have knight f3, didn't we? Now, oh, technically it's equal, but it's still unpleasant. I think here there was knight g6 potentially on the cards, knight g6 for this treble pressure. Here I was hoping king g6 is possible, not bishop g6, because then that's queen f8. So I was hoping, yeah, that was possible. Now here again, knight g6. Oh no, queen g6. No, I don't have to take with the bishop. What am I talking about? I'd take with the queen there. I'll ignore that. Let's go on to the next game. All right, well played. A lot of pressure. Yeah, I'm a bit lucky today. But it is in the context of time pressure as well. Everything is in context of time pressure. If it was increment blitz, you'd roast me. A lot of you would be roasting me. I'd have a much smaller rating if it was increment blitz. I think I have to say that. But the problem with increment blitz is we wouldn't be able to get so many games in, would we? So life is about trade-offs, I'm afraid. Yeah, you can't have everything all the time. Yeah. Okay, is Jets around? I'm gonna abort this. I think I'll abort. I'm afraid. Jets doesn't seem to be around. Okay. I think this is going to be tough, isn't it? Bullet 2365 as well. You all score 10-2. How did I get 10-2 against this guy? One, 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, next game. Okay, next game. Try and be ready, guys. Try and be ready. Come on, someone's ready. Is someone ready? Has the site broken or something? Is it not possible to move now? 5 seconds. 1. Okay, good. I was going to do a 5 second count. Okay. It's already a bit tricky. It's already tricky. I wonder if this is okay. Try and encourage d5 to keep things closed. d5 is threatening to win a piece. a6 for b5. Now I've got my closed position that I wanted. A file once got a nice pull here, slight edge with this A file. This sort of tactic is something to look out for. Knight d5. Knight's protecting g5 at the moment. Alright, bishop f8 for knight f5. b4 might be nice just to keep the position more closed. and work out some pawn breaks in the comfort of a less tactical game if I could play b4 just to keep things closed. Or is it too closed? Maybe b takes here. Takes would be too. Is it too dangerous? Would I have a plan which is at all winning after b4 or not? I don't know, it's a bit of a risk. Why don't I just... It's a backward pawn. What am I talking about? This is a backward pawn I can fix with a5. What am I talking about? a5. I can try and play on both sides of the board, but this b file surely is in my favour here. Trying to evict these pieces and play later in the long run for f5 or something. But the rook b4, there's pressure on across the centre. Alright, a5 is a liability for a moment. Let's be able to play rook a8. Let's see. Pawns on light squares. If I could exchange off the dark square bishop, how would that happen? Knight h7, bishop e7, knight g5, knight g5, bishop g5, bishop g5, hg. Then I'd have rook b4 with some pressure on e4. I'd have these doubled pawns here. Maybe that h file is good there. So if I start with king g7, there's queen c1 tactically on h6. There's an exchange sack here to win a centre pawn. This might be good because that dark square bishop later on f5, bishop g7, e4 is going to be good. This is a kind of Leela exchange sacrifice. I don't know if I can get away with it. It might be fun. It weakens d5. In the longer term, this bishop unopposed, it could be a good exchange sack. For a pawn, maybe two pawns later. I'm not immediately losing a pawn back. Knight f5, sorry, f5, bishop g7, knight goes back e4. Knight takes f5, bishop g7. The rooks don't have too many open files in this position, so I'm hoping my trend is upwards. The exchange down here, dark square bishop with f5 and e4 will be liberated. Backward pawn is still a fixed target. e4 threatened. Bishop g7, e4. Got to watch out for rook e8 check. That's not going to happen easily. Is that? Bishop g7 gives me knight f8 as well. Bishop g7, knight f6 hits d5 for rook d4 to win another pawn. Maybe rook d4 here. That gives me bishop g7, knight f6 hits d5, try and win another pawn for the exchange. I think if I can get two pawns to the exchange, I'll be happier. Knight f6, as long as the rooks don't have files ranks and files. They can be kept out. I can use this exchange down without getting mated. Rook takes d5 here to avoid queen c6 if nothing else. Rook d1. d4. Any takes, there's knight c5 after b4. There's a passed a pawn after b4, ab. This situation with rook d1, knight e5 is not that convincing. Maybe just allow queen c6. Queen c6, queen e7. If I can just improve my pieces for a bit without allowing the rooks in for a moment. I just need to improve the pieces slightly. Bishop g7. Okay, rook b4 is non-committal. Oh, there's rook b6 to trap the queen. Why didn't I just trap the queen earlier? Thanks. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's session. I've been exceptionally lucky this week. Yeah. All right. Have a good Sunday and rest of the week. See you next week. Thanks. Thanks for coming. See you next week. Cheers then.